Good afternoon, National Coalition of 100 Black Women. My name is Yaida Ford. I am running for Ward 8 City Council. Thank you for your question about how I would focus my attention on equity as it relates to the district's response to COVID-19 and its impact on Black people. I think Ward 8 is the microcosm for everything that ails the District of Columbia as it relates to health, education, and economics, which was the focus of your question. I'll start off with health so I can try to keep this as brief as possible. But we don't have a full service hospital in Ward 8 or Ward 7, and the hospital that the mayor has proposed to put here will not be a full service hospital, but it'll also have capacity issues. It will be 136 beds, and there are 170,000 people east of the river that would need to use that hospital. That's very problematic for several reasons, but mainly because the part of the deal is to close down United Medical Center, and United Medical has 500 beds. So why would we replace a 500-bed facility with a new facility that only can serve 100, that only has 136 beds? So that's very problematic, and it's not a level, it won't have level 1 care or even level 2 care as it relates to trauma. And we here in the ward have the most trauma-related instances of violence than any other ward in the city. So that's problematic as it relates to education. And let me go back to health. But the ability to get tested for COVID-19 is also problematic because of the fact that the testing facility was at United Medical Center, and that's just not accessible to our residents. Thankfully, the mayor has responded to that and has moved a testing facility, or will be moving a testing facility, to Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue soon. But unfortunately, that's coming now months after the crisis or pandemic began. So the response is late. Unfortunately, we've already had the highest number of COVID-19 related deaths, but prayerfully, the response will still be able to prevent further deaths because people now have more access to testing. Education. The issue there for me is the distance learning piece, and parents who don't have Wi-Fi, parents who can't afford it, and then parents who have learning disabilities and are not computer literate, so they have difficulty engaging their child in the distance learning process. I think those parents need additional support. I think the district should identify who those parents are, engage them, and find out what kind of support that they need so that their child is not left behind. That's very, very important. And right now we don't have those mechanisms in place, so children are going to be left behind. They've been left behind already, and they will be left behind in months to come. The last issue is economics. I think a response to small businesses that would allow them we need to create a cohort of Ward 7 and Ward 8 businesses. The NAACP has a directory for small businesses, actually, but a lot of us don't know that directory exists. So I think there needs to be some outreach, canvassing efforts to let small businesses in our area know, hi, here's a directory. We want to start a directory for Ward 7 and 8 businesses so that they can be linked together and know what services they provide and try to support each other through the pandemic and beyond. But also we need to create some grant opportunities for those businesses, because lack of access to capital is what stops businesses from growing, hiring, and thriving. Those are my ideas. I could say so much more about that. I will say that the district has made some move to do that for Ward 7 and 8. There is a micro grant, an $800,000 micro grant that would give businesses $10,000 as a leg up, but that's really not enough for businesses who didn't start who at the start of this were already struggling. I will say that as far as disparities, Black-owned businesses in the district average about $137,000 in annual income, and that's like 1/7 of what white businesses bring in. And that's all because of the access to capital. Our Black-owned businesses are not able to get loans. They're not able to get grants, or they're not informed about grant opportunities. So that money is snapped up by other communities faster than we snap it up. And so there just needs to be more outreach on that basis, but there also needs to be more education on business basics, like how to put together a financial statement, a balance sheet, profit and loss, so that businesses are in the position to apply for funds and do what they need to do so they can thrive. So thank you all. That is my dog Shalom barking because we are in the middle of polling. So I came home to create this video, but we are at the polling sites. There are 3 of them, and we're rotating. So sorry for the bark, but you can find out more about me and my platforms at yaidaford.com. And I'm also on Facebook at Yaida Ford for Ward 8. And that's Yaida Ford, the number 4, for Ward 8. And I look forward to hopefully, prayerfully working with you all in the near future. Thank you.